Terrorism and Jihad. Clearing the Smoke. Written by Hassan Minhaj. Yo, what's up, everybody? We gotta talk. Two words get thrown around a lot, especially after something terrible happens. Terrorism and jihad. Problem is, folks mix them up like they're the same thing, and that's just messed up. We gotta untangle this mess, understand what these words really mean, and why getting it right matters big time.
Defining terrorism. Fear as a weapon. Terrorism. It's about using violence, or the threat of it, to scare people. Terrorism isn't just random acts of violence. It's calculated, deliberate, and meant to instill fear in the hearts of many. Think bombings, hijackings, shootings, stuff that makes you terrified to even leave the house. These acts are designed to disrupt daily life, to make you question your safety in places you once felt secure. The goal? Usually, it's about pushing a political agenda. Terrorists aim to create chaos and fear to force governments and societies to bend to their demands. They want you scared so they can force change, whatever their twisted ideology might be. By making you feel vulnerable, they hope to manipulate public opinion and policy. Remember Oklahoma City, the IRA bombings? These are stark reminders of how devastating terrorism can be. That's terrorism, plain and simple. It's a tactic used to create fear and uncertainty, to make people feel powerless. Terrorism's been around forever, but it really blew up, no pun intended, in the last century. The 20th century saw a significant rise in terrorist activities, with groups using more sophisticated methods to spread their message. Now, it's like a global virus, infecting everything. No country is immune, and the threat of terrorism looms large over international security. We gotta fight it for sure, but we also gotta fight the ignorance that lets it fester. Education and awareness are key in combating terrorism. By understanding the root causes and working together, we can build a more resilient society.
Jihad, a personal and societal struggle. Now, jihad. This one's a little more complex. See, in Arabic, it just means struggle. It's a term that has been widely misunderstood and misrepresented. It's about striving, pushing yourself to be a better person, a better Muslim. It's a journey of self-improvement, a continuous effort to align your actions with your values and beliefs. Think of it like an internal battle against your own bad habits, your ego, the temptations that lead you astray. It's about overcoming personal challenges, whether they are physical, mental, or spiritual. But it's not just about you. It's about the collective effort, the community, the society you live in. Jihad is also about making your community stronger, fighting for justice, standing up for what's right. It's about addressing social injustices, advocating for those who cannot speak for themselves, and working towards a fairer, more equitable society. It's about using your voice, your talents, your resources to make a positive impact on the world. Whether you're an artist, a doctor, a teacher, or a community leader, your contributions matter. Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr. They were engaged in their own forms of jihad, even if they didn't call it that. They fought for justice, equality, and peace, embodying the true spirit of jihad in their actions and their lives. So, when you hear the word jihad, remember it's not about conflict or violence. It's about the struggle to improve oneself and society. It's about love, compassion, and making the world a better place for everyone. Embrace the true meaning of jihad in your daily life. Strive to be better, to do better, and to help others along the way. Together, we can create a world where everyone can thrive.
Two paths diverging. Terrorism versus jihad. These two terms are often misunderstood and misused, leading to confusion and misrepresentation. It's crucial to understand the fundamental differences between them. So here's the key difference. Terrorism is about spreading fear and chaos to achieve a political goal. Terrorists use violence and intimidation to create an atmosphere of fear, aiming to influence governments or societies to meet their demands. Jihad, on the other hand, is about striving for personal and societal improvement. It involves a spiritual struggle within oneself against sin, as well as efforts to improve the community and promote justice and peace. One's about destruction, the other's about building something better. Terrorism leaves behind a trail of devastation and suffering, while true jihad aims to create a positive impact and foster growth and development. It's like comparing apples and hand grenades. They're just not the same thing. The intentions, methods, and outcomes are fundamentally different.
Now there's this whole idea of violent jihad, which some extremists use to justify their actions. They twist the concept of jihad to suit their violent agendas, misleading people into thinking that their actions are religiously sanctioned. But here's the thing. Islam, like most religions, has rules. These rules are meant to guide followers towards a path of righteousness and peace. And killing innocent people? Totally against the rules. The sanctity of life is a core principle in Islam, and taking innocent lives is strictly forbidden. It's like saying you're playing basketball, but you're using a bowling ball. It just doesn't make sense and goes against the very essence of the game. You're just not playing the game right. Similarly, those who commit acts of terrorism in the name of jihad are not following the true teachings of Islam. They are misrepresenting a noble concept for their own misguided purposes. Sadly, the word jihad has been hijacked. Extremists, with their messed up interpretations, have twisted its meaning to fit their agenda. They use it to justify violence, to recruit followers, to spread fear and hate. And the media? Let's just say they haven't always helped. Think about it. When was the last time you heard jihad used in a positive light? It's always linked to violence, to terrorism, to everything scary and bad. This constant negative portrayal creates a distorted image, a caricature of what jihad truly represents.
This misunderstanding, this conflation of terrorism and jihad has real consequences. It fuels Islamophobia, discrimination, and hate crimes against Muslims. It creates a climate of fear and suspicion, where people are judged based on their faith, not their character.
Imagine being a Muslim kid growing up in this environment. You hear jihad and you think about the news, the fear, the anger. It's tough, man. It's like this constant pressure, this weight on your shoulders, just because of your religion.
Building bridges knowledge as the antidote. So what can we do? First off, educate ourselves. Let's learn about Islam from reliable sources, from Muslims themselves, not just from what we see on TV or hear from politicians. Let's challenge our own biases, question stereotypes, and be open to different perspectives. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it's the power to break down walls of ignorance and fear. It's the power to build bridges of understanding and empathy. It's the power to reclaim the true meaning of jihad and reject its twisted interpretation. The power of narrative, reclaiming the truth. We need to change the narrative. We need to tell stories of Muslims who are doctors, teachers, artists, activists, people who are making the world a better place. We need to highlight the countless acts of compassion, generosity, and courage that happen every day within Muslim communities.
Let's amplify the voices of Muslim scholars, activists, and everyday people who are challenging extremism and promoting peace. Let's show the world the true face of Islam, a religion of peace, compassion, and justice. United against extremism, a shared responsibility. This isn't just a Muslim issue. This is a human issue. Extremism in all its forms threatens us all. We need to stand together, united against hatred, bigotry, and violence. We need to create a world where everyone feels safe and respected, regardless of their faith, ethnicity, or background. This isn't about being politically correct. This is about being human. It's about recognizing our shared humanity, our common ground. It's about building a better future for ourselves and for generations to come.
Conclusion. Towards a future of understanding. Understanding the difference between terrorism and jihad is crucial. It's about rejecting simplistic narratives, challenging stereotypes, and engaging in meaningful dialogue. It's about reclaiming the true meaning of jihad and recognizing the shared values that unite us. Only then can we truly combat extremism and build a more just and peaceful world. Peace out.